This spell is used to
No. I like
to dampen overachievers.
No. Go back. The spell is used by slackers. Ah, crap. We need a second category because things are always funny when there's 3 of them.
Mackers. It's slang for Macbeth.
Yeah.
Because you can't say the name on stage.
It's true. I did a play.
Slackers, mackers, and engineers.
And horses. No, Art hates horses.
Yeah, it's true.
This spell is used by slackers.
Because I want the 3rd one to be engineers, because engineers would totally abuse the crap out of that spell.
Yeah. By slackers, professors, and engineers.
You don't have to make a balanced test with a bell curve.
And engineers to avoid creating balanced tests for things. There we go. Balanced tests. There.
Okay.
Okay. So is there somebody give us another spell? I'm
sure someone has. Like John, since you're actually watching the chat, feel free to pipe up if you like.
No one's been saying anything.
Yeah, we kind of started off a little rough because you weren't here, and all the stuff that I wanted to show off didn't get done because I broke the website.
Here.
So
let's be proud and finish a spell school. Do the 4th tier spell for body, Half-Life.
Half-Life. That is spell number
94.
94. Okay, let's load this up.
Excuse me.
Also, body has no quote or specialization bonus.
I mean, the specialization bonus for body is really easy. You get to wear armor.
Yeah, I had, I've got my,
Well, no, I actually have the list.
I have my quotes somewhere, too.
Yeah.
But,
Let's
of course,
see
yeah,
here.
finding it.
Yeah, there it is.
What?
I have my list that we originally made of all the different spell schools, the
my
order they were invented in, and what the benefit is.
My body school quote was something along the lines of, there's no greater way to demonstrate inner strength than by using magic to make your arms and legs so strong that you can throw a bunch of trees at people. The bigger, the better.
Let's see, I think my body school's quote was something like, "It's a misconception that all body magicians are buffed out, long-haired, blue-eyed pretty boys. You know, it's just that they sometimes..."
It's not every cleric is a buffed-up pretty boy with good hair, chiseled arms, and a statuesque physique, rugged looks you could spend days lost in. What was I saying again?
Well, Art didn't deliver it right.
Body mage grouping.
Yeah, let me deliver it properly.
You weren't delivering it properly when you did
I didn't have it in front of me! I didn't know you pulled it off!
We've said it 3 times at this point. Let's get back to Half-Life. Half-Life deals damage to the target equal to half its current HP rounded down. Fortitude save to take half damage. So wait, if you pass the Fortitude save, you take half damage, or so you get a quarter of your current HP?
Yeah.
Okay. That is not at all clear. Because it sounds to me like
that's because it was a summary I wrote, so I knew what it was.
Okay. So
I wasn't writing that so anyone else had a damn clue what it meant.
Fortitude save means you take a quarter damage. So this is essentially like Super Fang.
Enemy takes quarter damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically Super Fang. But you have a chance of only taking a quarter damage.
Okay. So who has higher fort, usually? Is it...
warrior classes tend to be. Of the classes in-game, which I...
So the people that have the highest hit dice are the most likely to only take a quarter damage, actually.
Yeah.
So,
but at the same time, they're the guys that's going to take forever to whittle down anyway.
Now, the thing is, this is a tier 4 spell. This is the sort of thing where you cast it once every, or once every session or day. Like, yeah. So, like, this almost seems kind of... If it only does a quarter of their current... Which, I mean, I guess if you're fighting a huge dragon or something, and it takes a quarter damage...
Think of it like this, Joe.
Okay.
Alright. So, your average paladin has 60-10 of HP. We're assuming he doesn't have a con bonus because paladins need like 15 different things and Constitution falls kind of the wayside. Or it's lower on the list because they have a good hit die.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so 60-10. An average roll for a d10 is 5.5. So 60-10 is 33 HP on average. Your average greatsword deals 2d6 of damage, which averages to 7 HP. So if a paladin saves for a quarter, if a half their HP is going to be, what, 16 health? Saving for a quarter, 8 health. So you're still doing better than a guy with a freaking greatsword, if they save. And if they don't save, congratulations, you just did 2 great swords worth of hit in one go.
Okay, so you did a lot of damage.
Yeah, like really, that spell is not meant though for targeting PC characters.
I was gonna say
it's meant for targeting monsters because you're limited to 6 hit die, but monsters aren't. You could be fighting something that has 18d8 of health.
Is there an element?
And suddenly, bam! You just made this a winnable fight.
Okay, so how is this spell cast? Is this like at a distance or like? Is there an element to any one monster at a distance, or touch, or as many as you are touching?
I think there could be something to that.
And something like if you're touching someone, they don't get the fort save.
If you're touching someone, they don't get the fort save, and anyone they're touching also doesn't get a save. Because I think there's something to this spell originated during incredibly high-stakes football matches, where particularly surreptitious mages would attack during team huddles.
Okay, so essentially, no, I can't think of a lot of cases where the bad guys like hold hands. But I do like the idea though that like if it's like okay, so the clerics raise their arms and join hands. Oh, I cast it on that guy and it just shoots through all of them.
Yeah, no, like the idea is like mostly because I like the idea of the origin of this spell is cheating at sporting events.
Yeah.
John, they want to know who you are.
I'm the guy in the background.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Okay. So originated at sporting events as a way to mess with people while they huddle.
This spell is easily overcome through the use of 80s power ballads.
What? No.
Oh.
Okay. It makes no sense.
I mean, basically it's the kind of spell that the bad guys in 80s movies would use on the scrappy underdogs right before the big game.
Because they're holding hands with the power of friendship.
Yeah. And it's a sort of dick move that the bad guy always uses in those movies, and then you overcome them because you have the power of 80s power ballads on your side.
Okay, Mr. Stupid Pants would like us to do number 68, Geyser. Creates water deep underground, which then erupts to the surface, scalding anyone in range. So,
burn.
Yeah. So, do we want to have the geyser do a set amount of scalding damage, but have the range be what you, or have the size of the eruption be what you roll for?
Ooh, that would be interesting.
So that way you don't know exactly how big it's going to be, but you know anyone that gets hit by the scalding water is going to take 5 damage or 6 damage or something.
I would say for a tier 3 spell, 10 damage would be fair.
Okay, yeah. 10 damage to anyone struck by the scalding water.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I would say you would make it
roll. Do we want to roll 3d4 and then say each one is a meter, or like is that too small an area?
Well, I guess the question is, do we want it to be more of a linear progression or a bell curve progression? Like, do we want it to be, this is the average you're going to get most of the time, or do we want it to be more of a,
like, this could be really extreme?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to have it be too, I don't want, even at its lamest, it to be too lame.
Okay, so we want to go more of a bell curve. So I would say, honestly,
because like a meter, like it, you know, if you put this in a doorway. Or...
I mean, think about it though this way, Joe. You have to consider the extremes as well as the middle.
Yeah.
Saying 3d4 meters.
Yeah, that's up to 12 meters.
Which is 36 feet.
Yeah, that's like 12 grid squares.
I would say, actually, you know what, you're right.
Like,
the average in that's going to be 7 meters or about 20 feet, though.
Yeah, which is still, like, you're
now, are you saying that's a diameter or a radius?
Diameter.
Okay, then yeah, actually...
You are summoning a geyser.
That's pretty legitimate. Yeah, I'd say 3d4 is fine.
For the diameter.
But call it yards because...
What is your measurement you use in the system?
Imperial.
Really? Oh.
It's the... Okay. All right, Joe. Does our system revolve around fighting the gods of chaos and also in being in really big ships that have skulls on it.
Well, we're gonna.
If not, then we use meter. Then we use Imperial units because we're not Warhammer.
Are light years imperial or metric?
Light years
So
are
this is gonna
neither because
It's
light,
gonna
the
come
speed
up
of
in star
light.
streams.
Well, no, light years are neither imperial nor metric because it's a unit that has a set value.
Well, we don't want to use those either because light moves way faster in the job universe. High five.
Intercepted. Oh!
Thank you, Art, because I wasn't going to give him
Okay.
that, and he wasn't going to put his hand down
Okay.
until he got something.
Looks like everyone but one wins.
Okay, so what's the advantage of geysers?
It seems like, though, if everyone uses Imperial, then the scientists should use metric, because that makes...
Yeah, no, like, yeah, I was gonna say if
Yeah,
we use
fine, if
metric,
we
then
wanna
the
destroy-
scientists should use imperial.
Yeah,
like
if we
the
want to
scientists
destroy
should
any
use.
scientist effect in metric, then I'm completely on board with that.
I was just
Metric is
assuming
so
that the
much
grid squares were 1 meter by 1 meter.
No, grid squares are 5 feet by 5 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
Well, yeah,
That's like 2.5 people.
well, the idea is you can't fight effectively if you're all cramped together.
Oh.
Therefore, the effective range, the closest you can be to someone where both of you can still fight effectively is roughly a 5-foot square.
Okay.
Because you have to take into account that both of you have to be swinging your arms, and theoretically are both swinging your arms in the same direction, and both of you probably have about a 2 to 2.5 foot reach. Therefore, if you're standing about 5 feet apart, both of you can swing at the same guy and swing somewhat effectively. That's the logic behind why it's a 5 foot by 5 foot square.
When you grapple, you get in the same square, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, that's kind of ridiculous.
Well, no,
I
mechanically,
gotcha.
yeah, no, mechanically that's what happens, is you both are assumed to occupy the same square.
Okay.
The same thing happens if you attempt a bull rush.
Now, would you guys do it to where, like, the Clevelands use Imperial and then the Texans use metric?
That was one of the things I was kind of thinking about, was like, I could see that the Romans clinging to imperial while the Elves use metric, but there's like, and when we get to star streams though, like kilometers per hour is generally what people use in science fiction, but we could also just never have them say how fast
I mean,
they're going,
bear in mind, Joe,
or
that
only use it in relation to other things, like,
Oh, this will take 3 plot days to get to.
yeah, this will take about 5 pages.
yeah, I mean,
Joe
Joe,
describing everything in pages.
yeah, no, Joe, bear in mind.
Based on the Imperial Senate page program. Never mind.
Yeah, no, Joe, bear in mind also, though, that, like, the reason that's done is because that's the convention in our world that people use, metric for scientific measurements. Because it's not our world, we don't have to use that convention.
Okay.
You can
So-
also do it by fuel rod.
Okay, so
yeah,
scalding,
but-
or geyser.
Yeah.
For when you want to ruin someone's parade with a trip to the burn ward rather than just a run on umbrellas.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay, we're done.
Okay, so the
Next problem.
next spell was proposed by
Mr. Stupid
Mr. Stupid Pants again, number 79. What's number 79 here?
I think my chat is stalled.
That's rock hard abs.
That's about where we are.
Rock hard abs.
I don't see it.
Okay, boost natural armor of the target. You can bounce a baby off these babies. Okay, so fix babies typo. Fix babies typo. Yeah. Okay, so that's point number 1.
Okay.
So
Can I actually see the description again? Because I
boost the natural armor of the target.
Okay. Yeah, that probably is, mechanically speaking, that's just going to be you get a bonus equal to your caster level.
Okay, so damage reduction or con
It's an AC bonus.
AC bonus.
It's a natural armor AC bonus.
Yeah. Basically, so that it stacks with body armor.
Okay, gives +1 to baby bouncing checks.
Sure.
Sure.
What?
Camera died.
Damn it.
Aw. Why is that camera so dead?
I don't know.
Did you not charge the battery again?
I charged it up to full, I thought, and then Brian, can you turn it on and press the red button and tell me what happens? Are you okay? Did you scald yourself on my geyser?
No.
Power button's on the side,
Which side?
Either.
There it is.
and then you press the red button once it's turned on to start recording. What does it say?
It says ready.
Is there any, like, battery indicator?
Camcorder full.
Oh, that's weird. I thought I deleted everything off there.
Face to the palm.
Okay, next problem. Okay, so this is why we once again have horrible archiving of everything we do. Okay, Cilantro Gamer says use all the 4E things.
Yeah, I asked about the 4E measurement system.
I mean,
what is the 4E measurement system? Explain this to me like
basically
I'm
4E. Instead of
E.
expressing things in feet, it expresses in squares. The squares happen to be 5 feet.